We'll check back. Marriage is a foreign concept to many African-American teens because they never experienced it between their own parents and people in their families. So educating them about the significance of marriage is emerging as one of the most important life lessons they can learn. Take a look. Nervous anticipation. Big expectations.
From this moment forth,
we shall be one.
2 lives, 2 families, joined forever. A love story begins.
You are now husband and wife, so you may salute your bride.
But for some black teens, this seems like a fairy tale.
a lot of my friends never been to a wedding. A lot of people seen weddings, and a lot of people have got invited. I got neither one.
A lot of people around me and areas I go to have single parents. Sometimes there is an occasion where the father takes care of them, but it's not very likely.
I think of marriage, but I be looking at ahead of marriage, like what could end up happening, and that's a divorce.
I really wouldn't want to be committed to nobody for the rest of my life.
My parents are married. Like, after they got married, everything just started taking a turn for the worse. They started arguing, and I hate arguing. Like, I hate it with a passion. Like, and seeing them argue all the time just makes me feel like there's something I don't want to deal with.
It's no wonder these kids are ambivalent. Almost half of all first marriages in America break apart. Black marriages are just as vulnerable to divorce. Add to that the fact that nearly half of all black men and women do not marry at all. That more and more mothers are unwed, and the state of marriage in the black community is in peril.
The impact of the lack of cohesive family units and the high divorce rate on the African American community is devastating.
Don't want you to be uncovered now.
Mega Minister Reverend Cynthia Hale of the Ray of Hope Christian Church in Decatur, Georgia.
It's devastating because of what it does to children. The children do not understand why their parents are not together, why their parents aren't living together any longer, why they're not living in the same house, why they have to be uprooted from their schools and their friends when parents move and separate. That affects their ability to learn, and then ultimately their ability to be productive members of society.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's children like this who are the target audience for Future Foundation, founded by former Sacramento King forward Sharif Abdur-Rahim. One of their missions? To give kids a glimpse of the reality of marriage. You're not pushing marriage. What if some people just don't want to get married?
No, we don't push marriage. We teach healthy relationships, and we teach healthy marriages. It doesn't do any good to get married and you're in an unhealthy marriage.
Please come sign in. That's what I meant by registering.
Future Foundations uses community outreaches, mock weddings, and teen summits to show black kids in Atlanta visions of marriage. Today, I listen in on a discussion about marriage myths.
And we're here to talk about a very important subject. Does anybody know what that subject is? Marriage. How many say that African Americans don't value it as much as white Americans? All right.
Across the board, we all value marriage. However, in our community, we see an issue where there are not as many marriages when compared to other ethnicities. Why is that the case?
Maybe it's because our parents weren't married, or because we haven't seen how to handle those situations.
You know, when I say that, I speak from firsthand experience. My mother was 15 when she had me. My father was nowhere around. I grew up in the projects. You know, honestly, youth development programs saved my life. They are the reason that I am a husband and that I am a father.
I don't care about marriage.
Why not?
I don't know, because my parents ain't married, so I don't care.
I spot a young woman in the crowd, clearly struggling with the conversation.
Maybe how many of you don't want to be married? Ladies, you in the pink shirt, what's your name?
LaShaya.
And you come from a two-parent or a single-parent family?
Single mom.
Single mom. Where's your dad?
Don't really know.
Tell me about that.
He just not around.
And?
Listening to your stories, here's what I understand. You are dealing with issues and obstacles that are beyond your control. Those issues or obstacles will justify you making the same decisions moving forward and creating the exact same situations that you were brought up in. Or those issues and obstacles will inspire you to do something different.
Something like building strong marriages, strong families, foundations for strong communities. Finally, after an hour of heart-to-heart, a small breakthrough.
What can be done is we see what's wrong, so we can, as young adults, as we get older, we can change according to what we see wrong and do what's right.
We came across that story while researching our Black in America 2 series, and we decided to put it on the air. And I want to remind you that this groundbreaking documentary, Black in America 2, coming up in 1 hour right here on CNN, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern.